So Gail, thank you for joining with us today. Can you just start by telling us a little bit about yourself?
That's a difficult one. Where to start with it?
Well, you're chair of the community council for
Well,
a
that's
start.
true. That's true. Currently, I am chair of the Gorebridge and District Community Council. And in that role, I think it's good to be involved in giving back to a community that I've actually, been connected to all of my life. But we're always working in other communities.
Brilliant. What are your earliest memories of Gorebridge?
Oh gosh, people, Main Street, the bustle of the Main Street, animals.
Because your parents had a small
Towerdene was originally a small holding.
There was something about chickens getting onto the railway line. Is that right?
Yes. I don't have memories of that, but definitely. And the cows had gone by the time I came along. But there were pigs and lots of chickens.
Up the private road?
The old buildings at the bottom of the private road, that's where the piggery was.
Oh, I see.
That's where and then there was the field across the road with sort of like a market garden and hens and Springfield Place.
Yes.
Springfield Place was I don't think the family ever owned Springfield Place. It was let from Vogrie Estate.
Right.
But it was taken over. It was a compulsory order on it. Fantastic. When the houses came.
So what's your connection with Gorebridge Parish Church?
What's my connection? I'm not sure I have a very strong connection.
You have an incredibly strong connection because you're mum.
Well, sure, through mum. Okay, yes. Okay.
So your mum was?
Hannah Mary Robertson.
Hannah Mary Robertson.
Yes.
Beloved in this congregation.
And I think, quite a force to be reckoned with as well. I think whatever Hannah Mary took on.
Yep, and she headed up the prayer and Bible study group here for years.
That's right. Yeah. No, I was trying to think there was bits in the community as well. No, it was the Contact magazine.
Yes.
That she edited for quite a long time. She edited Contact for quite a long time. Oh, wow. And that was printed, I remember, in the Brown Building.
Huh. Different days.
Absolutely different days. And Wyn Tyree would type up the stencils. Because it was a Roneo?
A risograph, was it?
I don't know. I remember, that was.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So it was very different times.
Wonderful.
And I guess that was, her commitment, to Gorebridge as a community was really strong.
It was.
It was, although she didn't originate from here.
Yes.
She made Gorebridge home.
Yes. And,
I know when she went back north, there was something else there, but she made Gorebridge her home.
Wonderful.
Which was sort of quite interesting, how people connect to place. In a sense that, for me, that sense of belonging to Gorebridge is very strong with me.
Yeah, it's strong with me too, and I'm an incomer.
And it's, Mum and Dad moved away for a number of years working with the Church of Scotland.
Yes. Was that Bridge of Allen?
No, in Gargunnock in Stirlingshire.
Oh, right, okay.
Which was a very interesting experience as a teenager.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But I never felt connected to Stirling or Stirlingshire in the way that I've felt connected to Gorebridge. And that's, I puzzle on that one often. And it was about people.
Yes.
It was very much about people.
Yes. Which was your mum's focus too?
I think so. I think so.
Yes.
Yeah, and it was actually my dad's focus as well. Yes. They were both very strongly connected to people.
Wonderful.
And I think that's, that rubbed off.
So I asked for stories about Gorebridge Parish, and you were the one person who got back to me.
Wow.
So what's the story that you would like to share?
Well, it's amazing how the grapevine works. because somebody told me that you were asking for stories.
Yes.
And I thought the story for me was really about the parish church and Nepal.
Oh, yeah.
That was because I thought there's so much here, and that was involving my mother.
Yes.
And the institutional memory of that, I'm sure, remains with very few people, if any, the history
There will
of
be
it.
some. There's people who,
Maybe
know,
the latter bit.
yes. The John Ross and Patton Hospital.
Right, yes, but going earlier.
So tell us about
And
that.
that was, well, I mean, the story, I think, of Nepal goes back to one of my brothers when he was a student at Edinburgh University, and went down to the Waverley station and met 4 young Nepali guys who had come here to study at Murray House, teaching English and about teaching English. And we became a host family to those 4 guys. So at that point, I think my brothers, mum and dad, and myself all connected to Nepal in a very particular way. So roll on a bit. I mean, it was actually when mum retired, and she wanted to do something for Nepal.
Yes.
And the first activity they did, and this was through an Action Aid Sponsor a Child program. And there was a group in the church who put money together and supported a boy whose name was Yudup Karki. And they supported Yudup through school.
Wow.
And he completed school. And then when school was finished, then the folk in Gorebridge thought, what do we do next? And what was interesting for me was when I went to, not my first posting in Nepal, but the second one, we drove through Sindhupalchok district, which is actually where Yudup home was. But I never met her, and there was no connection.
Yeah.
But it was always, when you drive along a road and you think, oh,
There's a lad who's...
there was something that was supported from Gorebridge. So after the school sponsorship, there was a connection made, and it was with John Ross.
Yes.
I think Mum picked up on John Ross through the Church of Scotland. He was a mission partner. And John was the pharmacist at Patton Hospital, which at that time was a hospital run by the United Mission to Nepal.
Nepal, UMN.
And the Church of Scotland were a partner within the UMN sort of group of organisations. So with John there, the money that was collected here was sent to Patton Hospital, which is one of, I would have said, one of the better hospitals. And the money went into what's known as the Poor Fund. So it provided medicines for poor people, who couldn't afford medicines. So it was a really, I think, a very important contribution that gave people access to medication. After a bit of time, many years, the Patton Hospital, the whole organisation changed. And the mission basically had to hand over their facilities into a government or a trust fund kind of arrangement. So that's what happened with Patton Hospital. John remained there, but John then became sort of uneasy about the management at the hospital, and concerned that the Poor Fund wasn't maybe reaching the people it should reach.
Yes.
And I know that there was a big confab around in Gorebridge, which I think you were part of, Mark. And it was decided to stop the funding to Patton Hospital.
Yes.
And then it was then what to do with this money. that was being collected on a regular basis. And at that time, I was involved in initiating a project for people wandering on the streets with mental health problems.
Yes.
That became known as Chari Nepal for mental health. So it was then decided that maybe the money could go towards Chari, because the focus was very much on poor people.
Yes.
And I think all the money that came from Gorebridge to Nepal was focusing on the most vulnerable and poor people. So that
Fond
was
memories.
That's yes, and I think it was. I think coming out of Patton Hospital was quite a difficult decision.
Yes.
You know, but I mean, I think it was probably a good decision to be made, because when you start seeing these financial things going a bit skew-whiff,
Yes.
you've got to address it.
Yes. Yeah, very true.
You know, and I think then the money came into Chari Nepal, and again, you know, supporting. I mean, the money from Gorebridge in these early days, I don't think anybody in Gorebridge appreciated how important that money was.
Yes.
And I used to sit in meetings, and the way people, you know, the committee would talk about Gorebridge. And I was sort of laughing inside, but I also had tears in my eyes, because, you know, it was really powerful that this money, and Gorebridge, it seemed it was this, you know, massive city. And I thought, if only people knew.
Well, my memory is your mum ran a little Nepalese consulate in Towerdene.
Well,
there was often guests there.
I think there was a lot of Nepali people passed through the house.
Yes.
Yes. So she definitely welcomed people here, and shared Gorebridge with them in different ways.
It's amazing.
You know, but then, I mean, Chari, another stage, when it was going for registration, it was also the same time that Mum was celebrating her 90th birthday.
Yes.
And she came to Nepal. She was in Nepal for about 3 months at that point.
A 90-year-old lady.
Yep, there she was. And I'll tell you, my house was never busier. People came from Bangladesh to see her.
Wow.
People came from India to visit her, as well as sort of Nepali people. She had an amazing South Asian family.
That's incredible.
And, you know, for our celebration, we had a big party that was in my garden. We had a marquee up, and probably about 100 people.
That's amazing.
I mean, some of the expatriates who she got to know over the years, but all the Nepalis who visited her in Gorebridge were there, plus others. And that was quite an occasion that she lapped up.
I
She
remember-
lapped up.
She did. I remember she was delighted when she came home.
And I think one of the exciting bits for me was getting a bagpiper from the Nepal army. Not the
right.
Gurkhas, it was the Nepal army
Right.
who sort of piped the occasion.
Oh, wonderful.
So that was really quite special.
What an amazing story.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing.
Okay, I'm glad to share.
Yes.
And the contribution that Gorebridge and the parish church have made for a lot of people in Nepal, I think it's really important
That's
to
fantastic.
remember that. Okay.
We shall do so. Thank
Okay.
you, Gail.
Thank you, Mark. Good.
And cut. Thanks, Tim. Brilliant.